So it is another gorgeous morning in Chinaras today, and as you've probably noticed, I'm not exactly wearing the same gear that I left off with. To cut a long story short, we ended last episode within those walls there, right where my character's facing. And basically within those walls, I got my brain splattered all over the walls. I shit you not, about 5 seconds after I ended the last video, I encountered a player, and he obviously had a shotgun, and he absolutely ruined me. Like, I tried to quickly go into comms with him and kind of like be like, dude, like, I haven't got anything, and I think he panicked and he gunned me down. And by the time it had taken me to get that pistol out and to put up a fight, we were already a goner. So I spawned in back at Electro, and I spent, last night basically re-looted and trying to get myself back up to a standard where we left off at. And I think it actually hasn't turned out that badly for us. I mean, if I can quickly have a look here. So, I have some food, and I have a canteen, I have a Makarov, and I have 39 rounds for it, but I can only chamber one at a time. I've got this rifle here, but I have no ammo for it. I've got a fireman's axe, but this one's damaged. So I've got some, like, wellies, I've got some rags, I've got an IV bag, an EpiPen, a normal bandage, sewing kits, and some ammunition can opener. So, we haven't done too badly, or I haven't done too badly, I should say. And so it hasn't turned out to be a complete disaster, and it kind of sucked, like, because last episode I was hoping that we would, kind of see another player and maybe have a bit of interaction, because it's always fun to encounter players, and it just seemed so kind of ironic that as soon as I would end the video, I was literally moving towards logging off, and boom, dead. And it was just, oh great, thanks. But as you can see, we haven't done too badly to get back up and going. And I'm actually going to go and approach from this way. So, we left off on our way to Balota, which is literally just beyond that fence over there. So, Balota's kind of the first taste of military you'll probably encounter. I mean, it's not really military anymore. It used to be a lot more substantial than it is these days. There's not really that much there anymore. I don't think you can actually get, like, hardly any military loot. Most of the time, it probably isn't worth your time. I mean, Balota used to be kind of like a death chamber, but that's kind of all moved up north now. But that's Balota there. It's just the airstrip over there. We've literally just ran from Cherno straight across all the way to Balota here. Now this is a different server to what I normally play on. I had to change servers up because the one I normally play on doesn't really have a lot of players on at the moment. Because it's a bit early in the UK at the moment for many gamers to be online. So I've had to switch out to another server that has that's a full server. So hopefully we'll be able to maybe see someone in this episode. That would be nice. I think that would be really nice. I would really like to kind of have a bit of interaction. But yeah, I mean, I didn't want to record myself looting all the way back up to Cherno again, because I just thought, you guys have already just seen that, it'd been a bit boring if you just kind of had to sit there and just deal with it all again. So I thought, I'll save you the trouble, and I'll just go ahead and just do it all myself and leave off at the points that we left off in episode 2. So this is what I tend to do. I tend to loop, unless I have a real urge to go into Balota, which I really don't. I tend to just loop around and just kind of move within these trees. Just because, below is a pretty open up area, and if someone sees you, they're probably going to kill you. So I just like to move off of these trees. Below is basically all just down there at the moment. The actual town of Balota, where all the houses are, is a bit more further down, kind of that way, where I'm pointing myself now. When I was looting before, it was absolutely shitting it down. So I'm still pretty soaked. That was while I was, you know, re-looting up from meeting the end of a shotgun. So this is what I'm doing. I like to move up into these trees up here. So there's Balota down there. You can see it. There's one of like the airfield buildings. Like I said, I don't really feel a big urge to need. I don't really feel the big urge to go into Balota at the moment. I just don't think we'll get a lot from there. We've got a few houses here that we'll go ahead and we'll loot these up. And you can actually move further downwards. Kind of in that direction, and you can go ahead and loot the actual town of Balota. It's literally just down that way. But let's go ahead. Let's eat something. Let's just go ahead and eat an apple. So, like I said, I do have rounds for this macro, but I can only chamber one at a time. So, I do have a P1 pistol up here. But I don't think they don't chamber into the P1. So I can only shoot one bullet at a time, basically. So, which is not really ideal. And I have no rounds for this rifle. Some things I really love about this game, and one of them is like kind of like these old posts left out in the field. Just to show that there used to be kind of like life here and stuff, you know, like people playing football and it's just overgrown in time. Like, there's little features like that that I really kind of get myself immersed in with this game. I think it's fantastic. I think this is yeah, so that's the same rifle that I already have. It's a really beautiful sun. There is a slight mist. I don't know if the video is picking that up, but there is this tiny little mist. But it's a really nice kind of morning at the moment. Hear that chicken? I don't know if we have much need to actually go into the town of Balota. It might just be better if we just kind of... I don't know. So there's the airfield right there. But like I said, I don't really have a big urge to go in. Don't think. You don't really get much. Every time I've seemed to loot Balota recently, I just kind of come out of it with just fuck all. Now and then you get a bit lucky, but no, I'd rather not. I'd rather not risk it because the reward isn't that great anymore. Put this Makarov away. So we are hungry again. Oh no, I'm still debating whether we actually want to go into the town of Balota. Some apple trees down here. Let's go and see if we can pick an apple. Is that a barn? I think I'll probably go and check out that barn. I'll check out this house as well. So we're pretty much just skirting around Balota at the moment, if you're wondering where exactly I'm at. So Balota is just kind of over in that direction. We're just kind of moving around the outskirts here, which is normally what I tend to do, to be honest. Oh god, look at that. Right, I'm going to drop the P1 pistol, and I'm actually going to take that. Because it's silenced. Does that maybe take this round? No, it doesn't. Okay, so yeah, I'll keep that. That's a pretty good find, to be fair. Like, silenced guns are not the most common thing in the world, so quite happy with that. So we're hungry again. Let's go ahead and eat something a bit more substantial. Let's go ahead and eat some canned sardines. Oh, bit of thunder over there. Might start raining again. Right, let's go ahead and just do a couple searches for apples. I really love when they added this feature in. I think it's so nice and it's really immersive, you know. I really do like it. It's a really nice feature, this. You can also search some bushes. I haven't found one in ages though. Like, I don't know which ones they are, but now and then if you come across a bush, it might give you the option to search for berries. And I think they're pretty much the same as an apple, like, I mean, in terms of how much they fill you up. So there's Balota town right there, you can just see it, it's just in front of us there. I think the mist is starting to pick up. You can clearly see it kind of on a layer of it just over in those trees and stuff. And the sun just beams through it like really, really nicely. Doesn't look like there's anything here. I'm hoping for like a shotgun. Because shotguns are pretty nice. Like at this stage of the game, because they'll one-shot kill as long as you're at a close enough distance. I don't know. I don't actually know if we need to go in because I don't know. I'll tell you what. Let's just concentrate on getting moving because there's the next town along, and we can, you know, we can loot up that town. I don't think we actually need anything urgently, and I think, you know, we could use our time a lot more efficiently if we, you know, get moving on with our with my plan. So basically, what I plan to do is just to, from the next town along, the name escapes me now, but to move up kind of towards Zelegrosk area, and there's like a military hospital slash a few barrackses in the woods, kind of off in that direction that I'm kind of pointing myself over now. So you have to kind of go further north. It's south of kind of like Zelegrosk. And you can maybe pick up some nice clothing there, and lucky you can chance a gun. It's a good little place to get some, like, you know, like I said, clothing, some military styled clothing and that. So I think that should be our aim, to go there. It's really strange. I feel like I keep hearing something. That was really strange. I kept feeling like I could hear someone just kind of rolling about or something. So the next town is just up here. There's also like a water fountain there, so... I keep saying water fountain, like I know it's a water pump, but I don't know why. I've got in the habit of saying water fountain, so that's what I mean by water fountain. I know it's more of a pump rather than a fountain, but that's what I mean when I say that. So here's the next town, and we'll be following this road that's just in front of me, which takes you up the hill up over that way. But we'll go ahead and we'll look at it a bit. I'm also going to... You hear that noise? That there. Is that a new sound effect or something? I don't know, but it's weird as hell. So there's the water pump there. That noise there is really, really fucking strange. Like, if they just added that in or something? Maybe it's a server thing? I don't know if I like that. That's pretty distracting. I don't know what it's meant to represent. Oh, damn it, Sue. Oh, look, it's a phantom car. Right, so I think the noise is that guy over there. But I can't see a player. Right, that's pretty fucking weird. The phantom car of DayZ. Yeah, that's pretty weird. I think it's just like lag in the server that it's not appearing up. I've had this before, so welcome back, guys. I've just basically switched servers. I didn't really like the way that server was done. I didn't like that the fact that I couldn't see that player. Just in case, you know, he got out the vehicle and I still couldn't see him, and he just killed me. It was pretty weird. So I just didn't want to take the risk, you know, because, like I said, if he just got out that vehicle and I still couldn't load him in on my end, then it'd have sucked, you know, to die like that. So I switched out servers onto another server. Now this one's not quite as full of players. It's still got quite a few on, but it's not as full as the other one because, like I said, it's still a bit early in the UK. So hopefully, hopefully we won't have another phantom car or phantom people. So I'm gonna go ahead and just empty this first of all and just rechamber it. There we are. So, you know, let's get straight back into it. So let's go straight back into kind of looking around the houses. I'm sure there's a police station in this town. Yeah, it's just kind of right in front of me. Are heat packs even worth picking up anymore? Like, I don't know. Like, can you get, like, because I know you can get hot, but, like, I don't know. I don't know if they're worth your time anymore. So it looks like no one's actually been here yet on this server, because everything's kind of. Oh, go look at this! Right, I'm gonna drop my rifle and go ahead and attach this on. I'm gonna take out this magazine and just reload it into it. Go ahead and just. There we are. It's not a bad find, that. Yeah, not bad at all. CR75. Right, let's go ahead and eat something. Let's eat an apple. I think we only had 17 rounds for our scorpion. This is a scorpion, isn't it? Yeah, it's, oh, 16 rounds. So that might mean there's 1 round in the chamber and 16 in the magazine. But we don't need this out at the minute. I don't like to kind of run about most time with like my gun out unless I'm in a pretty dangerous area, or I'm quite high looted, because, you know, I don't know, if you've kind of got your gun out and running about, people kind of will instantly think you're going to kill them on sight. So often they will try and kill you as well, and even if they only have like a pistol or something, if they see you before you see them, they can often get the jump on you and just put a bullet in you, knock you unconscious, and then you're gone. So often when I'm still kind of like starting out with loot and stuff, I'll just kind of keep my guns away. But then you reach a dilemma that you do see a player and then he just shoots you and you know, maybe had a much better chance if you had your gun out. So, you can't win with DayZ, to be fair. DayZ's the game where whatever you try and do, someone's going to fuck you over for doing that. If that makes any sense. So we are starting to dry up now, which is good. We've lost our hydration, but I'm not too bothered because we've got a well here as well. We have a well here as well. Yeah, so I think that weird noise was actually that guy. Like, we heard him from quite a while off though. Like that's a really loud noise because I heard him when I was still coming across the fields off in that direction. So that must really make a lot of noise. Ooh, we got ourselves a can of tuna. I'm gonna move my macro down there and just. I like to keep 4 spaces like that free just because I don't want it to throw my macro on the floor, which it will do. And it's happened to me plenty of times. I think it actually happened to us in episode 1, I'm not too sure. I think it did. So let's go ahead and get ourselves rehydrated. So these are like the fireman's pants that they added in. They're pretty cool, they're waterproof as well. I've got wellies on, which are waterproof as well. So we're just going to get ourselves back up to lightly green hydrated, and that will pretty much carry us to our next destination, which is just up in that direction over there. And you don't need to worry about getting too hydrated here because there is another well off up in that direction. So you don't need to, you know, think that you're going to go for miles and miles and miles without having water. Plus we have a canteen, so we're pretty much okay. Alright, so let's get ourselves moving. We'll loot these houses on our way out. Worn. Mine's damaged. There we go. So at least we have ourselves like a bit of a primary weapon now. Like, I know we only have, you know, a limited amount of ammo for it. I mean, what exactly does the magazine chamber? There's the lone surviving chicken, who defies all odds of nature, because why not, it's a fucking chicken. Oh, it's a green raincoat. Okay, we'll take this because it's a pretty good coat, the green raincoat. If it's gonna let us take it, that is. There we are. Right, let's go ahead and patch it up. And let's put our hoodie down here. Let's put this on. Right. There we are. I like the green raincoat. It's a nice coat. Let's go ahead and just transfer all this across. Let's go ahead and eat. Let's eat both of our apples. Then I'm going to move this and this up here. Pristine. We'll swap that with that one and throw the warm one away. Awesome. So we're pretty much like, if it rains again, like, we're quite waterproof. Like, there's only certain parts of us that actually are waterproof. Like, we're waterproof now because of this. We're waterproof because of our trousers, and also our boots are waterproof. Wellies, sorry. So yeah, so you simply just move up this road here. So the main road that you enter the town is just down there. You just come around here and just make yourself up this road here. And this will get you on your way to kind of like the... So I'm actually going to get this out now because this road can be quite deadly at times. Can I not run with this? Oh no, because we're going uphill, you know. I really hate this mechanic. Like, I'd understand that, yes, you will move slower uphill, that's all fair enough, but you wouldn't, you know, move like this. If you wanted to sprint, you could sprint, you'd just be fucking knackered. Ooh, got like a bit of a lag spike then. I also wanted to say, guys, if you guys have like any advice or anything you'd like to see or anything like that, do go ahead and tell me in the comments. As you've probably noticed, I am quite new to YouTube, and this is my first series I'm creating. So if you guys like have anything you want to say, do go ahead and tell me in the comments below, and I'd really appreciate some feedback there. It's not that long to the military base. I mean, it's a bit of a run, but it's not that long. Just use like these houses as landmarks. You can just keep following the road for the moment. But do watch out if you're on like a full server, or pretty full is the one that I'm on at the moment. Like, you can encounter quite a lot of players on this road because they're also probably on their way towards the military or back on their way towards the coast, and people like to use this road. So, you know, keep that in mind when moving on this road. Try to just be aware of what's around you. So I tend to move across this field when doing this way, and I'd recommend you do the same because the water fountain, or water pump I should say, is just behind that barn over there. So that barn right where I'm pointing the scorpion, it's literally just behind that. And players that's when they tend to stop off. And from the barn, the military base is only a short run, so it's really not long of a journey at all. I just kind of like to loop around at the minute, because like you kind of have this hill tilted your way, so like no one can see you. And I just go into the woods and just approach it, just in case there's anyone at the pump. You know, instead of running up the road where you're in plain sight, I just kind of like to move around this way. And again, I'd recommend this to anyone. I think it's the safest way. So I can instantly see there's no one actually at the pump. You can probably just see the pump just there next to the tree. So you can go ahead and stop off here. I don't think there's anyone there at the moment. It all seems pretty clean and clear at the moment, so don't think there's a lot to worry about at all. Yeah, so you see the water pump's just in front of me now. Let's go ahead and just take a few sips. Get ourselves back up to nicely lightly green. Right, that's good for me. Let's have a quick look around the barn, see if we can... Oh, we're gonna Magnum. See, this is a hard decision because the Magnum is a really good gun, and if you can find rounds for it, it is a really nice gun. But I kind of like to have the... Do you know what? I'm getting rid of the Makarov. Because I kind of want the... the Magnum, but I'm going to just go ahead and empty this and then put it on the floor. So I don't want a player to pick that up and to have a round in it and then come up behind me and just kill me. It's also a good little tip there, guys. Like, every time you're getting rid of a gun, like, if you have ammunition in it, just go ahead and just empty it out and then just throw the ammunition somewhere else on the floor. You know, just to kind of save you, because like if you're you know, putting the gun on the floor, if someone comes in to pick that up, they will pick up like all the ammunition that you'd left in it. So it's always, you know, good to just empty it out. So once you've finished with the barn, you don't follow the road necessarily that way up. So kind of move onto the field just in front of the barn and start making your way across. And you see those buildings just kind of through those trees there. Those buildings just down there. That's where you want to be heading towards. Because the military base is literally just over that way now. It's really not far away. But I like to kind of come up this way because I don't know if you can see that, but there's a deer stand just over there. And I like to go ahead and I like to search the deer stand. Plus, it gives you kind of like a nice peripheral view over towards the military base. And if you've got a pair of binocs, you can just kind of do a little scouting out and see if you can see anyone. But I don't think there's anyone around at the moment, so don't really need to worry about that. Also, it's always good to check this out because some people do like to kind of camp at this deer stand and camp the road down there because they know it, you know, it can be quite active. So this is a deer stand, guys, if you didn't know which one. It's like a hunter's stand. And this is where you can kind of like chance find some pretty nice stuff. This one doesn't look to be too good at all, yeah. So all we found was just a bear trap. Which, it can be quite funny to set some of those up, but I'm not too bothered. But sometimes you could go in there and find, like, a pair of military gear trousers. You can find, you know, a longhorn, stuff like that. So, it is worth your time checking those things out because I've went into a deer stand and come back out with something, like, quite nice. So always recommend if you see one, go ahead and check them out. So let's go ahead and let's see what we can find in the military.